Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Hell Mall. In part 1, our hunters were preparing for a night of movies and revelry at the mall. However, they found themselves locked in, and with a vision of fire and death, they incited a panic with the civilians that were locked inside with them. Metal music ripped through the mall, and as they investigated, they made a gruesome discovery. In this part, they will have to work together to find out what is lurking in the mall, and attempt to save everyone before all hell breaks loose. Hack Recklessly proudly presents Hell Mall, Part 2.
I am Jacob Crowe, and today I'm going to be playing as Dirt Harris, the professional. You can find me on the Crow's Perch YouTube channel, at Crow's Perch. I'm basically at Crow Perch on everything: Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz.
Hi, I'm Latula. I'm going to be playing Jackie, our goth spooky. And you can find me at Latula Sings or Latula Arts on pretty much all social media: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Spoutable.
I'm Lex, and I'll be playing Ronald, aka Count Zero, the Flake. You can find me on social media at Dank Dungeons. I make all sorts of TTRPG content.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I am going to be the keeper of secrets for this episode. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me at Hack Recklessly on Spotify and Twitch and YouTube, where you can find all of our wonderful content there.
Dirt turns over, slowly looking over at Jackie. You see that every day at the mall?
As you look over at Jackie, her eyes are completely wide, and she is just completely transfixed on this, and she starts, panicking a little bit. You see her, reach up at her head, and she's hyperventilating. She's like, oh my god, it was real. Oh my god, it was real. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, no, oh god.
Hey, don't worry. So long as you got Dirt Harris here, you're safe.
Dirt, it's not about my safety at this point. Remember what I told you? I saw this.
He's just pulling up his notebook of all the notes he's writing down for Jackie. Yeah, I remember that. What did you see out there? In your mind's eye, your third eye?
I saw... And she points to the game. She's like, they looked like the characters on the side. And then fire and blood and a slash and rolling and something happened. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but I'm pretty sure someone died, and I'm pretty sure this is what it was. And I think I saw his death.
Hey,
what if I could have stopped it?
Down.
What if I could have done something? What if I could have done something about this? What if I said something earlier?
There's nothing you could have done, all right? First off, he shouldn't have been here this late in the mall. Second off,
he works here, Dirt. He was closing up. I'm pretty sure this is Travis.
Holy shit. Dirt's gonna walk over, angling himself to look at the head, and I don't want to touch it. And then he's gonna grab... What did he use as a stick to kind of turn it over?
You have a flashlight.
Oh yeah, he's gonna take the flashlight, and he's gonna place it on the cheek and try to flip the head over so he can look at it.
You flip the head over and you see the blonde hair, the glasses askew on the face, and recognize this to be Travis.
Holy shit, you're right. That's fucking Travis.
Yeah, Dirt, listen to me. You have a guy, right? You know people. Can they help? Please. Can you call the police or something? I don't know what's going on here, but this is freaking me out.
I got to call TACT about this first.
What is TACT going to do about a murder?
Well, I'm supposed to call TACT so TACT can call the police. So I'm just gonna... He's gonna click the little radio. TACT? Something bad happened in the arcade.
You hear static on the other side.
TACT? Over?
You get no response.
TACT's always on the radio. He stays here till 9 o'clock. We close at 8, right? He said he was gonna stay here for the movie. TACT? Are you there? This is Big Dirt. Over?
Nothing.
Please?
Can I say that while this is happening, Ronald is walking towards this arcade machine.
Let's go.
Oh
He's
shit.
gotta
Oh,
he's gotta know.
no.
He loves technology.
Yeah, you look at this machine. It doesn't seem to be any of the games that you recognize from the arcade if you've been in here before. The sign on the top says Demon's Run, and it has a lot of intricate decorations on the side of the cabinet, different depictions. But the game itself, the screen in the center, just has a end scene on it, and on it says, "Congratulations, you have won. Now accept your fate."
Can I investigate a mystery?
Yes, you may. Let's roll to investigate a mystery, please. Oh,
no.
In my games.
Oh my goodness.
So there's two things you can do. You do have your luck, which you can spend, but it will cause something bad to happen, or it will connect a different conspiracy in a different way for yours. Or, because there are two others of you, if you can get your shit together, you can try to help and boost it.
I think Dirt might be a bit too like preoccupied in the fiction, so maybe Jackie could do something.
Jackie is currently in the middle of a panic attack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
You would both
yeah,
need
we're
to
both
help
occupied.
to make it happen. Because it's a 5. That was a 5.
Yeah,
if I didn't
that was
say
a
it.
5. Well, I get experience, so you know
Mhm.
what? It's not all bad. So, Ronald is going to go up to the arcade machine and read that message and look at the sides of it.
Yeah.
And going to do the stupidest thing that he could possibly do with that 5
hmm
and be like, "Oh, the game, we got to figure out what happened." He's going to take out a quarter and put it in the machine.
Oh god.
Absolutely. You place your quarter in the machine, and as it starts to boot back up, you start to look on the sides and you see that there are different symbols on it. And as someone who recognizes different symbols, you've looked into a lot of different conspiracy theories. These seem to be very, I mean, for a game about demons, it seems to have a lot of demonic symbols on it. There's triangles, there is a big demon on the side of it with wings. There's a wizard who is fighting the demon with a wand, and there's other symbols on it. You can't really determine what's real and what's not on here from like real magic sort of stuff, but it does seem to be like there's some sort of iconography on the side. And as you boot up the game, you kind of place your hand on the console, trying to step around the blood that is on the ground. You see the pixels on the screen begin to flare up like a little fire, starting from the base and moving up. And you see the title, Demon's Run, move across the screen. And as that happens, you feel in your own mind a presence. And from that presence, you hear this loud metal music begin. And as you are looking at this screen, hearing the music in your head, you realize that the music is kind of all around you. And you see a set of blackened eyes in your mind. And this fear sets in you. And you're going to take a -1 forward on your next roll as the
Oh no.
creature has now seen you. The game shuts down.
Hey, what are you doing, Ronald?
I think I made it worse.
You're contaminating the crime scene. Someone died here. Did you put a quarter in there?
I wanted to see what happened when the game ran, and I saw what happened.
Dirt walks over and he kind of like steps in front of him, like looking at the machine, and the screen's black now, right?
Correct.
What did you do?
It's eyes, scary eyes.
Okay, look, we gotta. There's a dead body here. Travis is dead. Okay, we need to get out of here, and all the doors are locked. I'm gonna. Shit. There should be a phone. There should be a phone in the security office. I'm not getting any pickups from my boss, so we gotta head over to his office.
Dirt, you work for the agency. This agency deals with all types of supernatural things. You're new, right? You've been on maybe 1 or 2 missions. But in this moment, you sort of realize Dirt's not available. The agency isn't helping you. You have to step up. If you're going to be a hero, you can't keep running away. You have the tools. You have the knowledge. You can do this.
So Dirt's about to turn out, and then he looks back at the machine. Yeah, I can do this. In a voice that's speaking in my head, we're gonna figure this out. He goes over looking at the machine. So, with my weird tech gadgets, is there any way I could be able to discern what those symbols mean?
You could definitely investigate a mystery to try and figure out what's going on here.
Jackie, help me out over here. You
Okay.
saw that, right? You saw what happened with Travis.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
focus on that and
Okay.
help me piece this together.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Okay. Woo!
All right, on a 10 plus, you hold 2. You could ask from the list, or you can ask a different question if you'd like.
So, when it comes to the sigils here, I want to ask a more pointed question. Did playing the game do something to Ronald?
Good question. So as you look on the side of this cabinet and see the images of this demon and this wizard, there's sigils all around it, there's hellfire, you notice 4 symbols in particular that really stick out to you. And it takes you a moment to sort of remember where you've seen these before. And it was when you were doing your training, kind of paying attention to things, you saw what looked like a pentagram, some weird lines, a tree almost looking thing, and a dot. But as you're recognizing them together, you remember what this course was about, and it was about some sort of summoning magics. You can ascertain from the name of this game, it could be some sort of demon that was summoned from it. The fact that there are actual sigils on the side of it are a dead giveaway that somebody knew what they were doing when they made this game.
Okay. So, looking at the sigils, these are real occult sigils.
Yes.
Ron, what was the game called again? Demon Run?
Ron nods frantically.
I think you just woke something up, and I think it wants you to start running.
Ron's just like, he gets a satchel together. He might just like run out of the store if you say that to him.
You do have another question if you'd like to ask it.
Yes. What is being concealed here?
Ooh, good question. You start to look at the physical cabinet of this thing. You are destructive. You start to pull it open because the sides of this paneling is not super well attached. It's not very well built. It seems to be put together by maybe someone who doesn't exactly know, like it's not professionally done. As you rip the panel off, you can see the insides. On the inside, you see what looks to be a well-crafted stick. And you pull it out, and you see the stick. You look at the side of the cabinet and see that it matches what the wizard has in its hand. There is a triangle drawn on the ground around him, and he has a silver ring on his finger, are other things that you notice in this image of the wizard fighting the demon.
You said there's a silver ring,
Mhm.
and then there's a triangle he's standing on, but he's holding the stick.
Like a wand.
I'm going to retrieve the stick.
Okay. You pull out the stick, the wand. It seems very light colored. It is a hazel looking wand.
Oh shit, Ronald just ran out. Run! he started chasing after.
Jackie, as you're catching your breath, you look next to the body and you see what seems to be marked in blood. Not a splash, not a physical thing that could have happened from this chaos, but it seems to be like someone or something wrote a hash mark next to the body of Travis. A 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. She gets up and kind of runs out after the guys and goes, Guys, stop!
Ronald gets maybe 20 feet, but he's got blood on his sneakers, and he slips on it on the tiled floor. Ah!
As Ronald wipes out in the ground, you all pause for a moment, and you start to hear that metal music again, off in the distance, though, far away from your current location.
Oh, Is it coming from the sharper image?
I mean, it's coming from that direction. The mall's kind of T-shaped, so you're down one of the hallways and it is down that way.
Guys, I noticed something by Travis. In his blood was very clearly marked. I assume it was his blood. I don't know. It was very clearly marked. Number 1. Something is keeping count of a death toll. And Dirt, if you couldn't get a hold of Tact, we should probably go check on him.
You're not saying he's like dead or anything, right? You wouldn't suggest that, right?
I don't know. It could be injured. He could have left. I'm hoping he just left. Something happened, maybe a family emergency, and he got out of here. I don't know. I'm hoping that's the case. But to be safe, we should probably go check on him on our way back to make sure everyone else is also okay.
Oh shit! Everybody watching the movie.
Yeah.
We gotta go check that right now.
Would Jackie know where the office is for security?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is it on the way back, or is it down the other hallway?
It's in the back rooms. It's sort of like more of an office area. There's like one of the hallways that has like the, those back rooms that have like the bathrooms. And it's just past that where there's like a security office and sort of like the office for the people who run the mall.
Why don't we go check the office first? I know some people ran into the back rooms when you shot that gun in the store.
Okay, that was completely an accident, and my hand slipped, and...
Still, it resulted in people running into the back rooms, so we may run into them if we take the back halls back to the store. And if we go that way, we can check the security office too and see if Tact is there.
Okay, well, I got a fast way to get us there. Climb aboard my chariot. He goes over, and he gets on the golf cart, and he honks.
She kind of rolls her eyes and, is slowly starting to come down from the panic a bit. His heartbeat's still fucking pounding away. But she hops into the cart and does a head nod towards the cart at Ronald.
Does that mean Ronald's sitting? Because I imagine it's a 2-seater. Does that mean Ronald has to climb in the back?
Yeah. I like this idea that Ronald was also very freaked out when he was running, but when he slammed his head on the floor, now he's like kind of come back to his senses. Yeah, he just awkwardly climbs onto the back, clambers up there, holding onto the little frame of it.
I imagine Ronald steps on the grenade launcher. That's sitting right there. Don't mind the stuff I got back there, okay? Just try not to pull on anything.
Okay, you got it.
You guys enter the cart and take off down towards the back hallways. On your way, the music stops, and an eerie silence is over this mall. You get to the doors that are double doors so you can open and drive the cart into the back rooms. The hallway is quiet, it is dark, low lit, and you start to drive through. And as you are, you see someone running towards you in the darkness, and I imagine that there's probably a little bit of headlight on this thing, and you can see that Shannon is in a panic running towards the golf cart, and kind of as she sees the golf cart, she is also scared to see the golf cart coming towards her. She kind of throws her hands up.
Jackie starts yelling, Dirt, stop it, stop the cart, stop the cart, stop the cart.
He just like screeches over as it
Ronald
makes, like,
falls off the cart because he is not in the seat.
Falls into the front seats next to the two of you.
Jackie hops out of the cart and runs over to Shannon. Shannon, what's going on?
She is visibly shaken, and there are tears kind of staining her face as she kind of puts her hands on you, and she says, "Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck that was. Something's here. Something's trapped us in this mall."
That's what I was saying, and no one wanted to believe me.
You shot something!
It was just property damage. What's that matter, huh?
It's, I don't know what it is. It is big, and it just appeared out of nowhere, and it had wings. I don't know. Just crying.
She kind of puts her hands on Shannon's shoulders and is like kind of stabilizing her with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, Shannon, I need you to breathe. I need you to breathe, okay?
I killed Sally.
Oh god. Fuck.
Oh shit.
And then Robert tried to attack it, but he went through it. It just disappeared and then reappeared. I was like, I don't know, like glitching. I don't know what's happening. I ran out of there. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay.
You said he phased right through it?
Oh, the thing, it disappeared for a second. It just like reappeared next to where it was. I couldn't see anything after that. I just ran.
Okay, you're gonna be safe with us, Shannon, okay? We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna see what we can do here. We're gonna try to get everybody else out that we can, okay? I just need you to breathe.
With him? He's the one who made us run and we all split up!
I know. But he's also the only one with access to keys to this place. And as much as I loathe to admit it, I think I'm the only other person who has access to a gun aside from him.
Wait, you got a gun?
Ronald picks himself up out of the bar. Is like, wait, I know where a gun is.
Wait, you do?
Tower Radio's owner is neurotic and constantly afraid that someone's going to rob the store. He keeps a rifle in the back rooms.
How are you gonna shoot it? It's a fucking monster!
I'm not thinking of shooting the monster. I'm thinking of shooting out the windows and getting us all out of here.
We tried to break the windows and nothing happened. We've been trying to get out.
Where is everyone else? Do you know where anyone else is?
I don't know. I was with Sally and Robert, and then everyone else had split up.
Okay, we gotta try to find as many people as we can, but we gotta secure a way out of this place first. How close are we to the security room?
Pretty close by, but, look, maybe there's a map of the mall over there. We could use that to see if there's another entrance this thing didn't think of, right? See if we can find a way out. Or maybe I found this. He turns, looking over at the wand.
The fuck is a stick gonna do?
It's not a stick. It's not a stick. It's a wand. Like the one in the game that Ronald was trying to play.
This is real life. This isn't a game.
Jackie, how much do you know about occult stuff?
She's a fan of like horror movies and stuff, but she's not crazy into the occult. She does, if it were modern era, yeah, she'd absolutely watch like ghost hunting shows and stuff. She's read a lot of like fairy tales and stuff. She does play video games, so she knows like about certain things. And she was also raised Christian, so she knows the Christian versions of demons and hell and things like that, and could probably discern if it was related to that.
You probably would know that there is a book that has to do with demons and demon summoning. You probably don't know about what's inside of it, but something like this seems familiar in that there are specific rules in summoning demons, and there are also specific rules in banishing demons, and usually there are tokens that you need to do so. There's sigils, tokens, and a spell.
Where did you get that, Dirt?
Oh, I found it in the machine. I popped it open, and voila, there's a stick in there. But there are two more things. A triangle of some kind you gotta stand on, and then some kind of ring. That's what the wizard was using in the game. He's to fight the demon.
Okay.
That's what I think it is, too. I think it's demon. You see, it vanishes and reapparates. Now, I don't really know what a demon is, but that sounds like what a demon is.
Is there, actually, no, any normal bookstore probably wouldn't have that book, I'd assume.
That's true.
But
you do know the person who runs the bookstore is also a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, he's got his banned book section hidden somewhere, probably.
Okay. I might know something that can help. There's a book I've heard of. I've never read it myself. It has details on both how to summon and how to banish demons. If this is a demon, maybe it'll have some information in it. I know it's probably not something that anywhere has for sale, but Ricky probably knows where we could find a copy here, or has one. So we need to find Ricky first. He's our best bet right now.
All right. Okay. So that's righteous. We gotta split ourselves pretty thin, but I think we could do it. We can find Ricky.
We're not splitting up. That is the last thing we should do here. Let's just keep going towards the viewing party. We can stop by the security office, see if there's blueprints or a map or something. Dirt, you've been in the security office.
I work there, so...
Are there CCTVs? Are there cameras that we could look at? We could try to find where some people are.
That's what you... Oh, yeah, we could find people. I use them to, find people trying to hide in the bathrooms all the time, but I like to do it manually, kick down the doors, that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Please tell me there aren't cameras in the bathrooms, Dirt.
No, that's why I gotta kick the doors down. I do it every night.
Anyway, let's go. We don't have time to waste. Shannon, come on. And she kind of squeezes Shannon in between her and Dirt on the front seat.
Ronald, you load up in the back again.
Ronald awkwardly gets into the back. Again, more bruised now.
She's like doing her best to kind of awkwardly comfort Shannon. She doesn't really know how to comfort people, but she's like kind of gently patting her back and being like, we got you.
You notice as she has pulled her hands away from you and sat down that you have bloodstains on your arms as her hands got blood on them. Somehow she has like splatters of blood on her from probably Sally.
Hey, can you like not get that on the seats?
Dirt, I don't think that's a priority right now.
It's a little bit of priority, you know. I like to keep it
Dirt,
clean. It's just
I would like to keep us alive. Cleanliness doesn't matter if we die.
I'm just it looks bad on me. Okay, fine.
You start driving back down this hallway towards the security room. It is, not super far down the way. And as you exit this hallway into the bigger hallway that has like the bathrooms and the other security room and the office in it, you park and you see that the door is slightly open to the security room.
We take the golf cart like right over towards the door and stop it. Dirt is gonna hop out. He looks over towards the door. Jackie, you still got my my shotgun?
It's back at the viewing party. I put it behind the counter.
Gang hell. We'll be fine. And then he walks over with a little flashlight. He gestures over, clicks it.
Your light illuminates the room. You can see the CCTVs. There's probably like 20 set up. Those little TVs stacked on top of each other. And their chair that normally watches them with the desk in front of it. And there's paperwork there, but the paperwork seems to be covered in blood. And as your flashlight moves down, you see there is a body on the floor.
Oh, don't tell me who it is. Don't tell me who it is. Don't tell me who it is. He covers his eyes.
You see your friend, your boss, Tact, is...
Can I have been following behind him, and he covers his eyes, and then I go, "It's Tact!"
Oh, don't say it! Don't say it!
She kind of smacks Ronald on the back of the head.
With your head lowered down from this smack, you see on the floor there are 4 hash marks next to his body.
Ronald goes, "Travis, Leslie, Tact. Oh no, there's someone else."
Oh god, we gotta... She starts like kind of scanning over the CCTVs and trying to see if she can see anything on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should that be investigate a mystery or...
Unless you want it to be. Unless you want to see more, you can look on the TVs and see if you can find somebody. You don't have to roll for that.
I was going to say, I am an audiovisual expert, so if you need help on this role, Ronald is in his element.
Yeah, she's gonna look at the CCTVs and try to see if she can see any movement on them or anyone that is anywhere or even, like, possibly a body.
Absolutely. You begin to look over these things. And actually, why don't you give me an investigator mystery? Because you do have the sight, which is a move that you can use to investigate a mystery to see clues and opportunities.
That's a mixed success.
All right, that's still an 8. So you can hold 1. You can ask a question from this. I'll give it to you that as you're looking over this, you do see people panicked and running. You know that there were, including Tact, there were 13 people in the mall after close. Tonight, you can see a group of 3 running into one of the clothing stores. There are some people huddled in the back of a different store. Is there something that you'd like to ask from the list specifically?
Do any of, like, the camera feeds look warped or altered or, like, not as they should?
Mm-hmm. Trying to see what kind of monster it is? See if you can see it?
If I can see it, or if its presence possibly has an effect on the cameras.
Absolutely. You're scanning across all of these cameras, trying to pinpoint the people, the movement. You see splashes of blood on one, a pool that is seeping out from the edge of the view of one of these camera feeds. And as you're scanning through, you notice one of them sort of shifts and shimmers. This is one of the hallways that is towards the back rooms. And as you look at it, you hone in with your abilities and you begin to see the form, a very dark, large being, these wings shifting up from its back and sort of laying behind it as it's moving, almost like it's breathing with them. And this being shifts to another camera that you could follow it down to the next one, and you have more of a frontal view of it, and you see this big, hulking, humanoid-looking thing wearing a silver helm on its head. It is dripping in blood, and as you are looking at this, you start to hear the sound of metal music again. This guitar riff that cuts through, and you kind of realize that it's coming from the hallway that you guys just came from, and this being is heading towards you.
Uh-oh.
From which direction?
Where you guys had come from, so down the hallway that you found Tammy in. And as you're looking at it, you see the being sort of shift and glitch, like what would we would recognize as like a computer screen glitch, not a teleportation sort of thing. It looks like it fades a little bit from the top to the bottom, and like it's rendering almost. But the rest of you can hear this guitar riff coming too.
Guys, it's coming. I saw it on the cameras. We gotta go now. Back the way Shannon came. Go now.
We run. I run.
Before Dirk goes, he looks back at Tak's body, and then he wants to shed a tear, but he has to keep going for him. He's gonna take the key ring that Tak has. So I'm gonna take the mall keys, and let's see here. Would he have a gun on him, or like a taser or something?
Maybe a taser? Yeah, probably. Or let's say pepper spray.
That'd be fun for a gag later. Okay, I'm gonna take the pepper spray and the mall keys. He does one last salute as he looks over towards Tak, Godspeed.
You get back on the golf cart and peel out, going down back to the main hallway of the mall, the main thoroughfare. Where are you guys heading? The main thoroughfare of the mall has all of the different stores off of it. The main hallway that you have just come from that has the back rooms and stuff is sort of near one of the entrances, and you can make your way back down towards a sharper image if that's where you'd like to go.
As we're driving, I think Ronald is going to be like, okay, so you said there's a book at the bookstore, or the gun is at the sharper image. I also think I know where another gun is, or there's some people that we saw them on the TV screen. We could try and get to them. Where are we going first?
Maybe we can help the people first. Okay, we could get them out, get them somewhere safe, and then we gotta get to the bookstore. We gotta figure this out. There's gotta be something we can find.
I don't know where that book is. The only one who knows is Ricky. We need to find him.
Maybe Ricky's with the other survivors, right?
Was she able to pinpoint who those three were at all?
Sure, you
no,
could
probably not.
You could determine where Ricky is. I mean, you were looking at all of this stuff before you saw this demon coming through. Ricky is hiding out at the Mr. Smoothie, one of the kiosks sort of in the middle of the mall. You saw him duck down behind it.
Okay, so we can drive over to where Ricky is at the Mr. Smoothie, and then pick him up, and then go to the bookstore.
Is that Mr. Smoothie near the sharper image?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say we cut by the sharper image, grab the gun, head over to Mr. Smoothie, get Ricky.
Okay, but we need somewhere safe for these people to go, right? We gotta give them somewhere safe.
Nowhere here is safe. That's the problem. We need to take care of this creature, otherwise nowhere is safe. You saw the way it moved, didn't you? You saw the cameras. I don't think doors or walls are going to stop that thing, so the only thing we can do is get rid of it.
No, you're right.
Or it's just going to kill us all.
Okay, let's do it then. Let's get Ricky. And then Dirt's gonna punch it, and just...
You guys start booking it down the center of this thoroughfare and find your way to the kiosk that is this Mr. Smoothie. There's glass on the front of it, there's a seating section, and then a bunch of blenders and stuff in the back. There's fridges, and as you pull up next to it, you see Ricky, like, eyes wide, sort of peering out, shaking from back in where the employees would stand.
He honks. Need a lift?
Am I tripping out, man? Am I having a bad trip? What's going on?
Come on, soldier. Get up and get in here before that thing comes back. We gotta find a way to kill it.
Okay. And he kind of like moves out from inside. He pushes the little flappy door open and like looks at the cart and then looks at Ronald in the back.
We got no room in the front. You gotta get back there.
Okay, man. All right. Let me just.
Ronald, could you get a little scooch?
Yeah, no, that's fine. There's just so much stuff on the bed in this back area. Could we ditch some of this?
No, we can't. You know how essential some of this stuff is? These are gadgets passed down to me from Nighthawk, from the agency, you see. I'm sorry, he had to learn this way, Ronald. I'm sorry.
What? No way, man. Ronald's gonna rifle through that bag now that he knows
Don't
that.
touch it!
Yeah, Ronald, you start moving through this bag. You see a bunch of like weird, they're amalgamations of like different electronics and amulets and just a bunch of random stuff, it looks like, that shouldn't work together but somehow are connected. And they have some magic sigils on them. They have these different stuff glowing in weird ways, very strange stuff.
Oh yeah, and one thing you'd notice about them, because the budget cuts, there's some stuff like held together with like duct tape. And there's some stuff that it's like, you know, it's like in the 80s that's branded like 1967, like 1969, or the 1970s. It's like older equipment.
Nice.
Jackie's gonna kind of look back at Ricky. Ricky,
Yeah?
a favor to ask.
Right now? What?
Yes, we need to access your secret stash, your books.
I was thinking that my secret stash is like the worst thing for right now, but you're talking about my book collection?
Yes, your banned book collection specifically.
Okay, it's back at the bookstore.
Okay, do you happen to have, and what does the cover of this book look like, so she can like describe it to him?
Yeah, it's black. It's etched in gold. You would know that it's called Ars Goetia.
Do you have a black book with gold writing titled Ars Goetia?
With the demon book? Are we dealing
Yes.
with a fucking demon right now?
I think so, and that book should tell us how to kill it.
Oh my god. Look,
Don't worry, Ricky. We'll get this handled.
Ricky, I need you to breathe. We're gonna get through this, okay? Okay.
You're in good hands.
He looks at you.
And she kind of like puts her hands on his shoulders and goes, look, if you can get us to that book and we get out of here safely, I'll go to that movie with you, okay? We'll go see that movie after this, and everything will be fine, okay? We're gonna make it through this.
There is a pause, and you see his like breathing slows down, and he's like looking at you in the eye, and he goes, "We're gonna get out of this fucking mall, guys." And you take off towards the Walden Books. He had closed the gate to it, and he gets out, and Ricky unlocks it, pulls the gate up just enough, and he's like, all right, come on. Just so you can kind of get under the gate and get in the building. And you take Tammy with you?
Shannon, yeah.
Shannon?
Shannon, you want to keep the, just keep it safe, maybe? Maybe you should stay behind in the car?
No one is staying behind, dumbass. That's how people
I
get
don't
killed.
want someone to... Do you know what I have in the back of that trunk here? If any one of these goes off...
Then bring it with you.
We got a lot more to worry about than just the demon.
Ronald picks up the knapsack or the duffel bag full of stuff.
Then bring the duffel bag if it's that big a deal.
You can hold it for now, Ronald, but I'm gonna have to talk to my superior about this, okay?
Oh yeah, no, I mean I'll give it right back to you. And then the camera cuts to like behind Ronald's back and his fingers are crossed.
You guys get into the bookstore. There are books lining the walls, very typical little sections that have shelves with books out in the way. And he takes you to the back. Behind the counter, there is a cardboard box that says "Do not open" on top of it. And he kind of pulls it out and he starts pulling out different books, big tomes, small tomes, little rolled papers. And he kind of pulls out this black book and he takes it and he opens it, starts flipping through it, realizes he doesn't know what he's looking for, and like hands it to one of you.
Jackie kind of grabs it and goes and like motions over to Dirt. Get over here, and starts flipping through it with him.
Oh, yeah, of course. He like runs over and he starts looking through.
Can I just ask really quickly, did you say there was a rocket launcher or like a grenade launcher in that
There's a
bag?
grenade launcher in the bag.
At some point while you guys are looking through the book, Ronald discovers that's in there, like in the back of the shot, and it's just like, whoa.
You'd see like a Vietnam era like M79 grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Just sitting back there.
So he's like watching the door to the store, and he's like holding this thing that he has no idea how to use.
Shannon is crying and just makes eye contact and then moves behind Jackie and is just standing behind Jackie and Dirt as you guys are looking through this book, and she's just locked eyes with Ronald and is just like staring at him because he's got this grenade launcher.
Jackie looks over at Shannon, then follows her gaze over to Ronald, looks at him, sees the grenade launcher, and goes, "Trigger discipline," and then goes back to what she is looking at in the book.
Ronald shifts his finger up off of the launcher. As you're looking through this book, you start to flip through. There are a lot of different demons in here, and as you're reading through them very quickly, it seems a lot of them are like, has dominion over this many legions, can give you this sort of thing. They all sort of are repetitive in nature, and it's hard to pinpoint which one it is until you find a page that has a demon called Belith. And in it, it says that it is heralded by all kinds of musical instruments. I'm going to give you this information as you can read through about this demon that you seem to have pinpointed in on who it is.
Ooh, he rideth on a pale horse with trumpets. Wait, were those the sounds we were hearing? The music that was playing?
Probably. Jackie's gonna kind of mumble the text out loud to herself. "He's a mighty king and terrible, who rides on a pale horse with trumpets and other musical instruments playing before him.
Look there. That's the silver ring. Thou must always have a silver ring on the middle finger of the left hand, held against thy face.
Must hold a hazel wand in his hand, striking it towards the south and east quarters, make a triangle without the circle, then command him into it by the bonds and charges of spirits hereafter as followeth. If he doth not enter the triangle, at your threats, rehearse the bonds and charms before him, and then he will yield obedience and come into it and do what he is commanded by the exorcist. Yet he must receive him courteously, because he is a great king, and do homage unto him, as the kings and princes do that attend upon him. And thou must always have a silver ring on the middle finger of the left hand, and held against thy face, as they do yet before Amhaman. The great King Belith causeth all the love that may be, both of men and of women, until the master exorcist hath had his desire fulfilled. He is of the order of powers, as he governs 85 legions of spirits. His noble seal is this which is worn before thee at working."
And you see on this page there is those symbols that were on the side of the cabinet, this summoning sigil. And within this text, you can see, as part of the instructions to summon him, there is a sacrifice of 13 souls. So from that and what you have read, you know that someone is trying to bring this being, this demon, into the world, but it does need 13 souls to be here completely. It seems that he has not quite reached that quota.
Wait, if that's the case, if someone's trying to summon these 13 souls, that must mean somebody... And then Dirt stops.
Yeah, Dirt, somebody planned this very deliberately around how many people would be here tonight.
Jackie, can we talk for a second?
Yeah, what?
You're not like one of those like goths that like eats people or something, right?
Goths don't eat people, that's cannibals, idiot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, alright, so you didn't do this then.
God, no, why would I?
Run! You like the least like whispered tone. Get over here.
Rod like looks around. And he's like, oh, and he like clambers over with the giant gun.
What the fuck you do with it? You know it's not loaded, right?
Wait, it's not.
Oh, thank God! You hear Shannon behind you.
I'm just trying to defend. I wanted to make sure I had your back, just in case anything busted through the doors. You know.
Give me that thing.
I've seen Rambo. Come on.
He like snatches the grenade launcher and he cracks it open and he loads it with one of the shells. And you do not press this for any reason. You got me? Unless you really need to.
Well, if I see the demon, I do it, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Duh.
Well, you said any reason. I don't know. He takes it back.
Pushes against the chest. But one more thing.
Whoa.
You wouldn't like summon a demon or anything, right?
Dirt. Demons aren't real. Man, you need to understand, it's ancient aliens. We just think of them as deep. No, okay? You're being silly.
No, you might got a point here. Okay, so you didn't do it. Because here, look, what we're reading, Jackie said, someone caused this. Someone's summoning this alien, demon, whatever you want to call it.
Ancient astral projection of an alien, yes.
Yeah.
Ronald's going to be like, okay, but with us and the watch party intact, there was 13 and it needs 13. So there's someone hiding in the mall.
Holy shit.
They don't have to be at the mall for this to happen. That's the thing. They can be outside of the building. They can be somewhere else while this is happening. This just happens to be where they summoned the damn thing to.
And then they set up the machine. Who ordered that fucking thing, huh?
Ricky says, "Ooh, what machine are you talking about?"
Ricky, stop! We're having a conversation.
Sorry, I'm trying to be helpful.
She just kind of looks at Ricky. There was a weird game that had all the sigils for this demon on it, and images, and we found Travis dead in front of it.
Oh my god. Wait, the Demon's Run game?
Yes.
Yeah, some guy bet Travis $50 he couldn't beat it.
Do you know who?
Yes, that Leon guy, the business guy who, like, owns, like, 6 of the buildings here.
Wait. He bet him? Like, tonight?
Yeah, they just installed it. I was gonna play it tomorrow.
Wait, Leon's not supposed to be in the building. All the business is supposed to be out of the building for tonight.
Well, if he's trying to, like, sacrifice people, why would he be in the building?
Holy shit. He's the one who summoned him.
Right. It wouldn't make sense for him to be in the building.
Yeah, no.
We tried to get out the doors. Did he lock us in?
Fuck.
I wouldn't put it past him, but we can deal with him and whoever did this. Whether it was him or not, we don't have any evidence. But either way, we can deal with the who later. Right now, we have to deal with surviving.
Thank you so much for listening to the second episode of Hell Mall. Join us for the final episode, where we find out if our hunters succeed in banishing the demon, and how many innocents they may lose on the way. I want to say a special thanks to my hunters for playing in this wonderful series. If you enjoy our shows, please leave us a like or a comment to let us know what you think. You can find more content like this on Hack Recklessly's Spotify and YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed our show, and as always, hack recklessly.